Welcome to this special episode of Triad News 360. I'm Makita Johns, and tonight we will be looking at the beauty world from different angles, speaking on some controversies, and looking at life as a beauty entrepreneur. Controversies have been surrounding top makeup retailers such as Ulta and Sephora. Also, the dispute about testing makeup on animals continues. The popular beauty retailer Ulta has been under fire lately after a source revealed some questionable business practices.
Customers are reconsidering shopping at Ulta, a notable makeup retail store, after the recent repackaging and reselling used makeup. The controversy began when Twitter user Fantina M.
Ulta has replied to these allegations by reinforcing their policy of not reselling items used in any way. When questioned about this topic, company officials refused to comment. Joining us via FaceTime is Kiana Lewis, who worked at Ulta and has more in-depth details on her experiences working for the company. So Kiana, tell us a little bit more about what you all were required to do with returned makeup.
When we return makeup, if it wasn't used, we would just put it back on the shelves. If it was used and it was defective and contaminated, we wouldn't put it back on the shelf.
Have you ever had a customer being upset about receiving something that wasn't at all at its best?
Well, working as a cashier, I didn't experience that when I was working there, but I'm pretty sure the other employees did.
So what would you say made you leave the job?
What made me leave the job it wasn't about the repackage situation. I just left because my job was seasonal and they wanted me to work on the holidays, like Thanksgiving, and I had to go back home, and I was in college, and it was interfering with my studies too, so I had to just quit.
Thank you so much, Kiana, for joining us and your insights on the company. It really makes you think twice about what you're buying before you buy it. Ulta is not the only makeup store in the news. Triad News 360 reporter Jennifer Brammer is joining us live at Sephora, another prominent makeup retailer. A woman is filing a lawsuit against a Sephora in California regarding the cleanliness of makeup testers in store. Is it safe to use these samples of makeup before purchasing? Jennifer?
Jennifer Brammer reporting live at the Sephora store at Friendly Center. A California woman claims to have contracted oral herpes from using a lipstick sample at a California Hollywood store. Sephora replied to these allegations by stating that the health and safety of their customers is the foremost priority. Product hygiene is taken into consideration while also following store procedures. I'm Jennifer Brammer for Triad News 360. Back to you, Makita.
If purchasing cosmetics from major retailers isn't your style, many celebrities have created their own makeup lines. Rihanna, Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, Chrissy Teigen, and Kat Von D are among some of the well-known names who have taken on the challenge. Rihanna's line, Fenty Beauty, after just being released last September, is soaring to the top of the beauty charts and expected to pass Kylie Jenner's popular line in revenue this year. The success behind Fenty Beauty stems from the diverse selection of foundation shades that suit almost any skin tone. Creating a cosmetic line can be very successful, and inspired High Point University student Ashley Brooke Daniels to establish her own makeup line. Let's take a look at what has gone into Belvia Cosmetics.
I get compliments everywhere I go, kisses everywhere I go. Belvia.
Hi, my name is Ashley Brooke Daniels.
Hi, my name is Renee Daniels.
And we're entrepreneurs. We started our own makeup line called Belvia.
Yep, Belvia is a skincare and makeup line that I introduced to the Wake Forest area a year ago.
We went up to New York City, picked out which line we wanted, and have developed it ever since. The month of March was our 1-year anniversary, and it is phenomenal, from the lipsticks to the matte lipsticks to the liquid lipsticks, lip glosses, from all the way to the bronzers and the foundations, and it's just great stuff.
Yep, and the contouring, contouring is very important with makeup because each person's facial structure and freckle lines, if you choose to show them or cover them, all you need to do is be taught how to apply and what to do.
And we have both liquid and powder to do that with.
Yep. Belvia is a piece of us. Belvia is a piece of us. Belvia was formulated from my experience throughout the industry. Belvia is named after my mother-in-law,
my grandma. Get online from anywhere in the country or in the world if you want to, and we'll ship it to you.
Yep.
Like, look at how even my face is, and I promise I'm not a person that has the best skin. I have breakouts, I have little bumps on my skin, and you can't even tell because this stuff is so good. So please, like, reach out, call, text, instant message me, Instagram, Facebook.
That is so inspiring. Best of luck to them and the success of their line. When we come back, I'll be joined by fellow Triad News 360 reporter Gus Curtis and dive into the topic of animal testing in the world of cosmetics, and also see what it's like to work as a professional makeup artist. We'll be right back.
How am I going to pay for this?
Welcome back to Triad News 360. I'm Makita Johns.
And I'm Gus Curtis. Animal testing in the makeup industry continues to be a heated topic among animal conversationalists and makeup consumers. Triad News 360 reporter Allie Gold has more on the story. But we must warn you that some of the pictures you're about to see might be disturbing to some of our audience.
A controversial issue in the makeup industry is companies testing their products on animals. According to HumaneSociety.org, the FDA does not legally require any cosmetics to be tested on animals before being manufactured and sold in stores. Well-known makeup brands such as Estee Lauder, Clinique, Maybelline, and Victoria's Secret are just a few of the brands that continue to test their products on animals. One of the many tests includes dripping chemicals into eyes or rubbing on shaved skin without sedation to test for skin or eye irritations. Most girls we talked to were aware of the situation, but had different views on it. Some said it didn't affect them, but aren't aware of what brands do test on animals. On the other hand, some are very against purchasing products that test on animals and will go out of their way not to buy them. One of my very close friends, Lindsay Scarpa, who doesn't use those brands, says that human and animal skins are very different because we don't have fur and they do. PETA, People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, continues to campaign, protest, and contact companies that perform this testing in hopes to make an impact. They encourage consumers to do the same by buying cruelty-free products. If you would like to support PETA, you can go to their website and donate and take part in their action center.
If you want to see what you can do to help, or even see the complete list of companies that are not cruelty-free, be sure to check out PETA.org.
Have you ever wondered what it takes to become a professional makeup artist? What started as a hobby became a career for one talented individual. Triad News 360 reporter Aaron Hubner has a story behind the mask.
18-year-old Megan Riley never would have imagined that what started out as doing makeup for competitive Irish dancers could have led to becoming a professional makeup artist. But that is exactly what happened. After graduating from Perkiomen Valley High School in Collegeville, Pennsylvania, Megan decided to attend the Makeup Designery School in Burbank, California. The Makeup Designery School, also called MUD, instructors have years of professional expertise working with some of the biggest names in film, television, and fashion. The LA campus is in Burbank, California, home to the biggest production studios including Warner Brothers, Walt Disney, Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, and ABC Studios. Megan began taking classes like Beauty Lab, Multimedia Makeup, Film and Television Makeup, Special Effects Labs, and Studio Hairstyling.
Going to the makeup designer school was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I had the opportunity to work with and learn from so many well-respected people in the makeup industry. Being in LA too just made the experience so much better. I was in the market for the jobs that I wanted to be doing, and I'm so thankful for what I learned and just very happy to officially be a professional makeup artist.
Looks like a lot of fun working as a makeup artist in Los Angeles. Girls everywhere dream of achieving that career.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for your Bumble dates to prom. Bumble is a dating app that allows female users to message men within the first 24 hours of matching. It now allows users to log in with a phone number instead of using a Facebook account. Bumble is the first of many dating apps to allow users to log in without Facebook, which traditionally was put in place to ensure authentic accounts.
It's that time of year again. Get ready to do your hair, makeup, and nails.
That's right, it is officially prom season. Young women across the country look forward to this day, and young men are wondering why the collar is so stiff.
But picking the dress of your dreams can be a lot more of a problem than one thinks. Triad News 360 reporter Jennifer Evans asked local high school girls how big a hit the dress is to the pocketbook.
Prom can be one of the most memorable and stressful times in a young woman's life. Girls all around make the malls extra busy as they look for that one perfect dress that will make them feel like an absolute princess for one night. However, dress prices rise every year, having some girls spending hundreds to thousands of dollars.
Because like in the mall, all the stores there have like really expensive dresses and will only like sell really expensive dresses. So we had to get like kind of creative with what we did for prom.
But I tried on so many dresses, and by the time I found the one that I liked, it was around like $2,000. But I mean, it's prom, so of course you're just gonna go ahead and buy it. But it was pretty pricey, and that doesn't include my makeup or doing my hair, my nails, or my shoes. So you can just imagine how much that was.
Even though prom dresses are known to be expensive, there are many cost-effective alternatives.
There's an outlet here in Hillsborough that has some cheap prom dresses. Other than that, I mean, David's Brown can have some sales, Dillard's, the clearance outlet.
Thrift stores such as Ross and Goodwill are also known to sell really nice prom dresses for a really good price as well. Finding a dress in your budget is easier than it looks. Every girl deserves to look forward to their prom. Go out, find your princess dress, and enjoy your night.
That's great that there are ways that girls can buy more affordable dresses now. I wish I knew that when I went to prom.
Women are a powerful force in broadcasting and the media, but the road for women to have important jobs has been very difficult. Most members of the media are very eager to share their experiences with the next generation of journalists. Triad News 360 reporter Shannon Cox has more on a group of women who are willing to share themselves to those who are willing to listen.
Imagine having the opportunity to hear from women who are leading both the field of broadcast and paper journalism. College senior Courtney Leopold spoke with Triad News 360 about her original idea behind gathering an all-female panel.
Our club has been very, very small for many, many years, and I really wanted to get our name out there and really do an event that was going to solidify our presence on this campus. And I was thinking, it was actually a conversation between the 4 execs and myself, and we basically were talking about just our internships. And I worked in the sports industry for the past 2 years, and I had a boss who was texting me a little weirdly at like 10 o'clock at night, and it was from 2 years ago. So in that moment, I was like, there's got to be other women who have had this issue, and it's not a bad experience, but it's an experience.
This panel included Sarah Blake Morgan, Megan Ward, Margaret Muffett, and Ashley Strolin, who gave us an inside view of her own experiences as a female sports reporter in a world dominated by all men.
Some of the guys are nice, and they'll stand around and have a conversation about anything and everything with you, and other guys are like, I don't want to be bothered today, so please just leave my locker. So you just kind of take it for what it is. They have good days and bad days like everybody else.
The panel also gave an opportunity for aspiring journalists to ask questions. Megan Ward, editor of the High Point Enterprise, revealed to us her excitement over the future generation of journalists.
I thought there was a lot of wisdom shared, and there was a great diversity of what people were talking about. I thought the questions that the students asked were thoughtful and curious, and they sounded educated.
Never hesitate to ask the big questions to those leading in your field. One day they might give you the advice that makes your dream job into a reality. Reporting for Triad News 360, this is Shannon Cox.
It is great to hear from professionals working in the industry. Their experiences are really valuable to those just getting started.
This week in Los Angeles, the LA Police Department seized $700,000 worth of counterfeit makeup across 21 locations.
Complaints of rashes and bumps were made by customers who had recently bought products from discounted sellers in LA's fashion district.
Traces of bacteria and animal feces were found in the counterfeit makeup that was made to look similar to makeup lines like Kylie Cosmetics and Urban Decay.
The packaging of these products are made to look extremely similar to the original brand, making spotting a fake difficult.
CNN affiliate reporter Rick Ashanti urges consumers to not buy high-end makeup products marked 50 to 70% off because it's most likely counterfeit.
When we come back, we will go into a panel of up-and-coming beauty influencers and even hear from a special guest.
We'll be right back.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Littering is a problem that is slowly destroying our Earth, one piece of trash at a time. $11.5 billion is spent each year cleaning up litter among the United States. Cigarette butts account for 50% of all litter in America. Be responsible with your trash. Wait till you're near a park or gas station to safely throw away your trash in a trash can. We only get one planet. Stop the littering.
Welcome back to Triad News 360. I'm Makita Johns. Have you ever watched a YouTube beauty guru start from the bottom and make it to the top? So many people aspire to make something out of their talents. In studio today, we have Ashley Brooke Daniels, creator of Bellavia, and Kelsey Brooke, student who's skilled at the art of makeup. So Ashley, tell us a little bit about your makeup line and how you got into makeup.
So my makeup line is called Bellavia, and it is a brand that me and my mom developed together. It's something that we went up to New York City and picked out what we wanted, and how we wanted to develop it, what we were looking for, and something that's great quality but can also be affordable. And it's sold at our storefront in Raleigh, but also online. And in March, it was our 1-year anniversary of having Bellavia Cosmetics, and it's a pretty great brand. You should check it out.
Wow, Ashley, that's so inspiring. Kelsey, can you tell us how you got into makeup and who really inspires you?
I got into makeup when I was about 9 years old because I've done competitive cheerleading my entire life, so I started doing makeup at quite a young age compared to most people. And from there, I just kept growing and finding more techniques, and my love for makeup developed over the years. And now my inspiration really comes from the beauty influencers you see on YouTube and Instagram. And I just try to push myself to the limits and see what new techniques I can try out.
Wow, Kelsey, I love that. Your makeup's looking good today, girl.
Thank you.
Speaking of going where you guys are going, we actually have a special guest in studio through FaceTime, Stephanie Tier, entrepreneur and contestant on Lifetime's Glam Masters, produced by Kim Kardashian and hosted by Laverne Cox. Stephanie? Sorry, Stephanie, we can't hear you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Triad News 360. Coming up next, all the Panther sports. We'll be right back.
How am I going to pay for this?
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to Triad News 360. I'm Gus Curtis.
And I'm Makita Johns. College sports are racing to their tournaments.
And a couple of High Point teams have been in the thick of those races all year. Joining us now is Triad News 360 sports reporter Jack Cruz with the latest. Jack?
Thanks, Makita and Gus. They are on a roll. The High Point University women's lacrosse team defeated Gardner-Webb 22-3 on Senior Day, Saturday afternoon at Vert Stadium. 9 different Panthers scored goals, led by Abby Horms with 5. With the win, the Panthers' record rose to 12-2 overall and 5-0 in Big South play. The Panthers also rose in the national rankings, moving to number 18 from 20 last week. Up next, the Panthers are on the road at Winthrop tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The High Point University men's lacrosse team defeated VMI at home on Friday by a final score of 16-7. Freshman Asher Nolting led the Panthers, scoring a career-high 4 goals, while senior Chris Young also added 3 goals for HPU. The Panthers look to keep their 3-game winning streak alive as they travel to Colorado to take on Air Force on Saturday. The High Point University baseball team traveled to Gardner-Webb over the weekend. After dropping the first game of the series on Friday, the Panthers came back to take the final 2 games on Saturday to win the series. HPU slugged 7 homers in the doubleheader, led by Austin Zenti, with his team leading 9th dinger of the season. The team heads to UNC Charlotte tonight, hoping to improve on their 20-15 record. The High Point men's golf team wrapped up its weekend at Mason Rudolph Championship on Sunday with a final round of 314. Sophomore Alec Weary led the Panthers, shooting 75, while sophomore Brendan McDougall carded a 77. The Panthers tee off this Friday as they start the Big South Championships in 96, South Carolina. The High Point University men's track and field team reached multiple season bests at the Phoenix Invitational Saturday in Elon. Carter Clasper placed 2nd in the pole vault, while Jordan McClung finished 4th. Britton Mann placed 4th in the shot put, and Ciro Pina Cordana placed 2nd in the 1,500 meters. The women's team also competed at Elon in pole vault. Freshman Natalie Elliott cleared 4 meters for the first time in her career to win the event. Freshman Jessica Keys and Heather Keck finished 3rd and 4th in the pole vault as well. In the triple jump, sophomore Ariel Welbekin finished in a tie for 1st place. Next week, the Panthers compete at Virginia Challenge in Charlottesville and at the Duke Invitational in Durham. HPU's student athletes have received several awards recently. Baseball's Tanner Wells was chosen as the Big South Freshman of the Week. Women's golfer Samantha Vaudry and men's lacrosse player Asher Nolting were also chosen as the Lindsay Properties HPU Student Athletes of the Week. That's all for Panther Sports. Maketa, Gus?
Thanks, Jack. Now, normally I'd be saying that's all for Triad News, but because makeup is so interesting, we're going to take it back to Makita. Makita?
Welcome back, Triad News 360. I'm Makita, and I'm here with the lovely Stephanie Tier. So, Stephanie, tell us how you got started in makeup.
I'm sorry, you broke up. Can I have that question one more time?
How did you get started in makeup?
I got started in makeup when I was in high school. I used to draw and paint, and I was an artist, and I decided that painting on paper took way too long, so I just transferred that into the makeup world, and I started doing SFX and makeup like that. I had a super low budget, so I was buying drugstore products and making do with what I could.
Well, that's so awesome to hear. So you started with painting. How the heck did you end up on Glam Masters?
Well, Glam Masters was definitely a long road. It was a very long audition process, but I've been doing freelance makeup for 5 years. I started my freelance business when I was 16 years old, and that's when I also started doing YouTube videos. And I had no idea what I was doing when I started, but I just kept pushing and doing, now at this point, thousands of clients, and I actually opened up my own makeup line. And from there, I networked, and I met with lots of people, and then I actually accidentally found the Glam Masters audition, and I went through the whole audition process, and thankfully I got casted on the show. And I definitely think that my years of pushing towards my career with makeup and always creating new content and new looks is the reason why I was able to really enter the Glam Masters situation with a strong body of work, and that was super important for that.
Wow, that's so great to see how you worked your way up to where you are. Stephanie, we actually have 2 beauty influencers aspiring in studio with us. Any advice or tips you have for them?
I definitely have some advice for you small influencers. Being a micro-influencer is a really powerful thing nowadays. A lot of celebrities have a very saturated audience, so just know, even if you have a smaller platform, it is so worth it if you have those real followers, because those are your true fans who support what you do. But I will say, content is everything. Consistency is key, and you need to always be thinking of the next new idea that no one has done. You really want to have quality content that's crisp and clean, and you want to get people thinking and inspire them. The key is to making sure that other people stay inspired by your work, because then they will want to recreate your looks.
Wow, that's so great to hear. Kelsey, Ashley, Brooke, do you have anything to add?
I mean, I think that's phenomenal, and especially someone who has a makeup line as well, who's aspiring to get to a level like that, or to even just market it to more people that are outside of North Carolina. I think that's actually very, very useful information. Just to know that, I mean, to always think of something new, it's a thought that I really hadn't necessarily thought of. But what about you?
I don't have any questions, but as far as small influencers go, I think personally it's good to reach out and find more small brands, because those are the ones that are really up and coming and not as superficial as these big beauty brands that you see nowadays.
I'm glad you're saying that. I think it's nice to know that brands like mine and brands like hers also, I mean, are something of quality, something that people want, that's not just necessarily what you would normally get in Ulta or Sephora that could be put back on the shelf, or stuff like that, like Urban Decay or Makeup Forever. But I think that's awesome. You guys should check it out.
Well, I want to say thank you, Stephanie, so much for being here today. We definitely enjoyed your presence. I'm Akita Johns. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good night, High Point.